Yo, what's going on everybody, and welcome back for another week of One Piece. The Voyage continues with episode 1128. So if you would like to join the council and become a part of the crew, then make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss a single upload, everybody. With all that being said, let's get straight into it. One Piece episode 1128, The Nightmare Strikes, Godhead of Science and Defense, Saint Saturn.
科学防衛武神サタン星ボニーどこだボニーちゃん
She can't hear y'all through all those explosions and shit. Sanji using his observation hockey? Give her my hardest. I really hate Sanji. He found it though. I guess he useful for something, man. God dang. Ridiculous. Who's this? Okay, Vice Admiral? Oh, that's cool. She can put her powers into bullets, like stuff like bullets and stuff. That's cool. I think that's the first time she showed that off. Was it hallucinations then, or was it just a fast change? What was that? Oh, did you hack this one? Oh, it's just your different powers. Sanji's on the way though. I guess it is good that Sanji actually took off this time then. Look at him. Alright, let's get out of here. Got what we came for, now let's go and get back. That was smoother than expected. If anything, shouldn't they be putting Stussy in the stretcher? She the one who got stabbed. So she's staying back for what? Especially by herself, like she's hurt right now. I'm just so confused. Is he about to make his move? Oh, he about to make his move. Ooh. Okay, they still boxing too. Damn, he gonna pull up in the middle while they fighting like this? That's crazy. Cause yeah, Luffy still fighting Kizaru. Damn, he just slowly walking and shit too. Them boys going at it. Hey, yo, this anticipation is crazy. Oh. All the way from the boat? Rolling in the clouds? Have we ever seen anybody roll in the clouds? This might be a new one. Oh, this is crazy. I don't think we've seen people anyone roll in the clouds before. With just their raw, you know, power. Just from him pulling up. What the fuck is that? Got magic circles and shit now? What is going on? No one below the rank of Commodore may behold him. Yeah, everybody's probably gonna get knocked out. Oh, this is nuts. Yo, this is crazy. Okay, spider zone fruit. Yep. Damn. Godhead of science and defense. Damn, he ain't fighting Luffy no more? He do look a little tired. Swung it back around on his ass. Oh, he's remembering the old times. Finally landed a solid hit on him though. Oh no, this ain't the time, Luffy, to be running out of your Gear 5 energy. Oh, this is the worst time. That's crazy. Yeah. We're in trouble. This is a problem. This is a problem. And this rank threat has stepped on the field. This is a problem. Yeah, huge too, now that I'm thinking about it. That's crazy. See the one who gave Vegapunk the order to turn Kuma into a robot? Yeah, there it is. This ain't a good idea though, Bonnie. Like, what you gonna do with that little blade? Be for real. He let you get a free one. He literally just let you get a free stab. All right, so to start off this week's discussion, I want to start off just by saying, you know, this week's episode was crazy, right? You know, shout out to the animators. You guys are going nuts. Like, it's crazy to think that you guys are putting out this quality for a weekly anime. Like, you guys are going crazy. We might have to give y'all guys, you know, a month or two break more often. But you guys are going insane, right? Like, it's just hard to imagine that we've increased the quality for this show from Egghead Part 1 to Part 2. Like, it's crazy, isn't it? You guys are doing fantastic, right? Shout out to you guys, man. But nonetheless, as far as, like, you know, the contents for the episode, right? Starting us off with Zoro versus Lucci, and this fight has been nice so far. I am loving it. It's definitely a different contrast from, you know, Lucci versus Luffy, right? You know, they was flying all around the city and stuff, fighting. You know, this one is a little little bit more grounded. Zoro doesn't have all that movement, if you will, that Luffy does. So the fight is a little bit more grounded, but we get to actually see, Zoro and Lucci just sit here and just go back and trade blow for blow and stuff like that. So that's been really nice, and the choreography for the fight has been great as well. So definitely I've been enjoying the hell out of the Zoro versus Lucci fight. And not to mention, I'm gonna keep saying this until the dream is either came to realization or is dead. The Sanji versus Kaku fight is still alive. All right, my dreams are still alive. A man can dream. All right, Oda, give it to me. All right. But nonetheless, to the cream of the crop of the episode, the Saint Saturn sequence, summon sequence, whatever you want to call it, appearance sequence, however you want to say it. That shit was crazy. Movie-like animation, like that shit was cinema. Like, oh my gosh, it was so nice. It was so nice. And then to top it all off, right? First of all, this man got a magic summoning circle. Like, first when we started doing that, Oda, right? We're just casually bringing magic into the story now, Oda. Is that what we're doing? Is that what we're doing, Oda? Right? We ain't. When the hell we started doing pentagram summoning circles, Oda? Huh? Right? What are we talking about? So that's whole interesting in itself. I did notice, that on the pentagram it had the number 5, so this could be just, symbolizing that he's, one of the 5 elder, or quote unquote the 5th, elder out of the 5 elders. So, it'd be interesting to see, if the other elders have pentagrams, and if they have like, different numbers, or they just all, say 5, just to, correlate and mean as that, hey, they are one of the 5 elders. But I just thought that was interesting. So I wonder if we're gonna start bringing more like, magic type elements into the story here. So that's definitely gonna be interesting. But we also got the reveal of his devil fruit as well. He has some type of spider devil fruit. We didn't get the name of it. But he has some type of spider devil fruit. It could be mythical. I'm betting my money on it that it probably is some type of mythical devil fruit, and it is awakened. So we saw that by the with the little cloud ribbon that's around his body. So his devil fruit is also awakened. So and it's an S-rank monster has stepped on the field. It's definitely gonna be interesting to see how our crew deals with Saint Saturn, on top of already dealing with both Admiral Kizaru and Lucci, right? And then not to mention you still got the pacifists just running around here blowing shit up, right? So it's definitely gonna be interesting to see how they deal with him though. But nonetheless, we also did get the confirmation this episode that Saint Saturn was the one who told Vegapunk to get rid of Kuma's free will, which is interesting. But I guess it makes sense because he's the Godhead of science and defense. So it's like he makes all the major decisions related to the government, science and defense, things of that nature. So but it's great to just finally get confirmation. He's the one who did it. He's the reason why Kuma is the way he is, right? So definitely it's time to get some payback for him, for our boy Kuma. And then speaking of Kuma, anyways, he is flying throughout the ocean again. I'm assuming he's on his way to Egghead, especially considering well, I guess I'll get to that a little bit later, but I'm assuming he's on his way to Egghead. Now I don't know why he had to climb all the way to the top of the red line first to then shoot himself to Egghead, because I thought the island that he was already originally on was already in the New World, unless I was just wrong and mistaken about that. But nonetheless, I think Kuma's on his way to Egghead. We'll be able to tell that in a couple of episodes, so that's gonna be great. And then one of the last things I want to touch on here for Saint Saturn is that in this episode, when Saint Saturn took a look at Luffy, when he was punching the shit out of Kizaru, he recalled Nika from the old times. So I think that's almost like a confirmation that maybe both Saturn and the 5 elders also did the little immortality treatment along with Imusama, and so they was able to live out through the the 800 years or whatnot. Because I had asked the question back when this Imusama got revealed and everything, right? If he was picking different 5 elders throughout these 800 years, or was it just these same people. But I think it might be safe to say that he's had the same 5 elders if Saint Saturn recalls Nika from way back then, right? So that had to mean he was alive back then, right? So think it's safe to assume that maybe both him and the five elders also, did a little immortality treatment along with the Musama. So that's going to be interesting to, see and, confirm later on here in this show. And last but not least, everybody, starting off, next week, looks like we're going to be getting more into Kuma's backstory. It's finally time. I can't wait. I've been waiting long for this one. We started off, we they gave us just a little bit teaser, when Bonnie had found that big old ball of memories for Kuma, right? So we got a little bit teaser of it. Doesn't seem like he had the best of childhood. A lot of people don't really have the best of childhoods in this show. It's a lot of sad backstories, but definitely can't wait to learn more about Kuma. And just learn more about his backstories and things of that nature. Because we do have one running Kuma theory right now that ain't been answered yet, but hopefully it gets proven or disproven, within this upcoming flashback here. This One Piece Egghead Part 2 has been going crazy. And I cannot wait to just keep watching and just figure out how the hell they're gonna deal with the situation that Saint Saturn, because it's crazy that Oda found a way to one up Wano, right? We go from fighting two Yonkos, right, to now fighting an Arrow and one of the five elders. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. So yeah, definitely. That's everything that I have for this week, everybody. So I will see you all next week for episode 1129. Peace out.